welcome everyone to another one of my Magic the Gathering Arena videos. Today I wanted to talk about the December update. I know I'm like 2 days late on this, but I haven't had the chance to record the video yet. So yeah, we've received the December update a couple of days ago, which includes a couple minor changes. Like for example, here on the quest tracker, now you also see the maximum amount of quests you can get per day, and you have this little wheel style indicator on how many you've already completed. Previously it was like you had 0 out of 1 quests, and then once you completed one, then it went up to 1 out of 2, and then when you completed 2 it said 2 out of 3, and so on until it reached 15. I think this is a more representative way of showing it to you, but it's still a minor detail, so I won't be talking any further of this. The most controversial thing in this update is of course Brawlidays. If you haven't seen Merchant's video about this, I highly suggest that you watch it. I think he summarizes the facts pretty well. So I wouldn't pay for this event if I want to say this. Why? Because it's 2000 gems, it's way too expensive, or it's 10,000 gold, which you could have spent on 10 packs instead of just getting 1 rare card. What this basically does is it lets you play Brawl not only on Wednesday, but basically on any day of the week. So you are paying for basically a game mode that should be free by default. It isn't enough that you've already spent a couple of hundred wildcards or gems or gold or whatever on your decks. Now you need to pay just to play them. I think if you want to play Brawl, there are plenty of other ways to do so. There's a couple good websites that you can look for that lets you pair up against other people who want to play Brawl, so both of you just construct a deck and then you can invite each other to play one against each other. Or I think Merchant himself also organizes some Brawl events, if I remember correctly. So yeah, this event is totally useless, and please don't support Wizards by spending gems or gold on this. I think this is a marketing strategy just to see how many people are willing to pay for the entry fee. And by the way, if you are just going to pay for this one card, you can also craft it. So it's not even worth the price again. So what you can do is just go to your collections and type in Riz. Select the craft button, and then here it is. So yeah, you can just spend some white cards on it if you want. Obviously you can't use it in standard, but whatever. So yeah, that's my rant on Brawlidays. Please don't participate in it, if I want to be honest with you. The other thing I wanted to talk about is the new shop, which got a new revamp. If you go into the shop now, you can see all these flashy new decals like, wow, this is a great deal, these stuff are new, and so on. Not everything is present in the feature tab, so I will just go over all the items in their respective tabs. So there's nothing new in the gems tab. Mostly this is just 2 new decals, like this is a great deal and this is the most popular option that people are buying. For reference purposes, please remember this price. So you can get 20,000 gems for $100 basically without taxes, because Wizards doesn't show you the tax amount, so yeah. There's nothing new on the packs side, it's all the same like before. But under bundles you can find 2 new bundles. Basically what you can do is spend your $100 that you would otherwise have spent on gems and buy these 2 bundles instead. So I just quickly summarize what's in them and whether it's worth it for you or not. So in the first one you get the Theros Beyond Death Mastery set, or Set Mastery, with 10 bonus levels right off the bat. 2 seal tokens, 1 Elspeth, Sun's Nemesis card that you can see if you hover over the art here. I think it could be a useful card, so yeah, and it also represents the new escape mechanism that will be in the set. Other than that, you will also get the card style for it, and once you purchase this, you can immediately get the Mosaic Sleeve, which you can zoom upon, but it's in the background. So what you're essentially paying is $50, or if I get the equivalent, it should be around 10,000 gems. And if I want to collect the prices of it, so basically the set mastery, if they follow the rules based on the previous 2 sets, should be around 3,400 gems. Then the 10 extra levels should be around 2,000 additional gems. The 2 sealed tokens can be counted as 2,000 each, so that's 4,000 gems. I can't really put a price tag on Elspeth herself because yeah, it's just a white card, but the card style should be around 1200 gems because it's a mythic card, so mythic alternate arts or card styles costs 1200. And then the mosaic sleeve, which I think isn't exquisite. So if it were exquisite, it should be 1200 gems again, but I think it isn't, or it won't be. I don't know, I haven't seen it yet. So it should be around 600 gems roughly. So if I take everything into account, that's a total of 11,200 gems. Or if the sleeve is exquisite, then it's basically 11,800 gems that you get for basically 10,000 gems if I convert everything, right? So that's a profit if I want to say so. Well, profit if you want everything, but I think not all of you will be using the card, not all of you will be using the sleeve and so on and so on. And I think you get the pet as well with the mastery system, but I won't put a price on that because it's included in the mastery set. The other bundle that you can get is also 50 bucks. So again, converting it into gems, it's about 10,000 gems. And what you get is 50 Theros Beyond Death booster packs, the Ashiok Nightmare Muse card and the card style for that. You can see you can hover over it. And then when you purchase it, you will also get the mosaic sleeve, which you can zoom upon. So is it worth it? I think this pack is worth it because right off the bat, the 50 booster packs are equal to 10,000 gold. Sorry, not gold, gems. So yeah, 50 booster packs for 10,000 gems, which is equivalent to about 50 bucks. I think that's good. Plus you get a card and the card style with the sleeve. Obviously not every one of you want to get these, but hey, it's in the pack. And if you want to do so, you can purchase them together. And if you purchase them together, you will get a new pet, which in itself, I think it's pretty annoying. I've played against players who already have it and it just constantly barks. So if I were to play with this pet, I would turn my VFX all the way down. But yeah, it's just a personal preference. If you want to buy it, like a standalone pet, as you can see, it would cost you around 3,000 gems and 20,000 gold, whichever you want to spend on it. And yeah, that's all he does if you listen it into the background. And that's going on all game long, so I wouldn't buy this pet if it weren't for the bundles, but I think I will be buying the bundles sooner or later. I still have time until January 16th, but yeah, it's up to you if you wanna participate in these kind of deals. What else do we have? We have new avatars or returning avatars. We got Nicole Bolas, Dragon God. We got the Eternal Army, and one more. We got Mu Yanling. So yeah, these three avatars, they don't add much to the game. It's basically there to drain your gold or gems before the next set drops. And then on the sleeve side, they've included 2 new sleeves, and these are exquisite sleeves, so they have some nice fancy animations to them. I think the lightning bolt actually makes sound as well. Don't know if you can hear that in the background. So yeah, 8,000 golds. What I like about this is it doesn't cost you gems like all the rest of them. Oh, thank you. So you can buy it with gold, but obviously it's 8,000 gold, not like the one with the Liliana on it, because these are exquisite, so it's double the price. And again, this is 16,000 golds out of your pocket that you could have spent on booster packs when the set releases. So it's up to you whether you want to buy it or not. I won't judge you for it, but yeah, you have to make some decisions during December. The next tab we are going to go over is the card styles. As you can see, they've jammed a bunch of cards that are used in standard right now into the card styles page. So Cauldron familiar with the Witch's Oven, Questing Beast also represented in almost every green deck and every Gruul deck as well. Fabled Passage represented in like 150% of the decks, so yeah, it's almost in every deck. Then Chandra Spitfire obviously in the mono red aggro decks, Hydroid Crazes in the Simic variants, Sinister Sabotage in all the control decks. So yeah, all these cards have their use in standard right now, and these incentivize people to buy them as soon as possible. As you can see, it says offer ends soon, so beware if you don't spend your hard-earned gold or gems, we will take these away. Yeah, just this is the only time that you can get it, and it's half the price, so people will no doubt buy these and up the revenue of Wizards by the end of the year. But it's up to you if you want to get them, and I've already talked about pets, so I won't go over that again. The last thing I wanted to talk about is the Game Awards after party. It should be ending soon, unfortunately. Sorry I didn't make the video earlier, but I guess you've already seen it in the game. This is just almost like a pre-release party that you can play with 2 different decks, which are pretty random, I should say, and they are also singleton, so it's a weird format to say the least. But yeah, you can play with 2 decks. Either you can choose Ashiok or Elspeth. You can have a first glimpse of the new cards with a couple of old ones and ones from previous sets, like the Sol Ring, or I think Black Lotus is included in both of the decks. So yeah, you can have some pretty fun matches, but these are no way near competitive decks. This is just to represent you the potential that the new cards could have. And once you get 3 wins, you can get 3 booster packs from Theros Beyond That, and you can't open these up until January 16th, I guess, but it's still worth playing it because 1, it's free, 2, you can get 3000 golds out of it if I convert the packs into gold. So yes, this is pretty much what I wanted to talk about, and let me know in the comments how you think about these changes, whether you like them or not. What will you be buying in the store if you want to buy anything, or have you paid for Brawlidays? Please tell me you didn't. And yeah, I wish you guys a nice day, and yeah, see you in the next one.